Hello students, Vande Mataram. Today we are going to learn about active or passive voice. Okay students, today I teach you voice. Okay, voice is taught by me. Okay, so today we are going to learn about active and passive voice. Now in this we are going to learn about what is active voice, what is passive voice, and why and when to use to them, some rules and common errors. The common errors means sentences that would be speak on to daily basis. Okay. First of all, what is voice? So, voice is the form of verb which represent that how subject does work or how much we give priority to object. Okay, you can see in this definition, voice is a form of the verb which represent whether the subject acts or is acted upon. So you can see the example. First, I cut my hair. Okay, in this sentence, I is the subject. I is the doer who is doing something. Okay, so such form is called active voice. Here, focus is on the subject. Focus is on whom? I. Okay, so in active voice, we focus on subject. Okay, but in passive voice we focus on object of the active. When we change it to passive voice, the object of active become subject of passive. Okay, now you can see in this example it is the example of passive voice. Hair is cut by me. Okay, so in this example you can see here we understand that same work is going on with the subject hair. Okay, now this is active voice and the structure of active voice. It is the structure of simple present tense. Okay, we learn active voice in tenses. Okay, so when which we regularly use generally use that is active voice. Okay, so here is the structure of simple present tense, subject plus verb plus object. Okay, so what is active voice? When the subject of the sentence is the doer. Okay, when the subject of the sentence is the doer or actor, that means he is doing something. The verb is active and said to be in active voice. Here you can see the example. She runs. She did it. Kavya helped me. Hina said this. Okay, she runs. She is the doer of this sentence, subject of this sentence. Okay, now we can see the passive voice. Okay, passive voice structure is here. Object plus helping verb plus VT plus by plus subject. Okay, you can see the definition of passive voice. When the subject of the sentence is acted upon, the verb is passive and is said to be in passive voice. It was done by her. You can see the examples. It was done by her. An email is written by her. The thief was arrested. By whom? There is not given there. By whom? The thief was arrested. Arrested by police and okay. Okay, now you can see the example. Ram reads a book and it is the sentence of active voice and it change into passive. A book is read by Ram. Okay, here you can see subject of active voice become object of passive voice and object of active voice become subject of passive voice. And here you can see their uh, helping verb is uses there because it is simple present tense. When we change into passive voice, subject become object and object become subject, and we add helping verb is mr on the basis of subject, and put here always third form of verb, add by before object. Okay, so here are the some rules. The object of active is changed into subject of the passive voice, and the subject of the active is changed into the object of the passive according to the subject made in passive. Okay, according to the subject made in passive, that means when we change subject in passive, there is the uses of the helping verb. Okay, now fourth rule, always remember that we always use third form of verb in passive voice. Okay, and by is used before the object made in passive. Here you can see I have written structure of all tenses and how it changed into, it is the structure of active voice, and which is written in green pen, that is the structure of passive voice. Okay, it is the simple present tense. In active voice, the structure of simple present tense is subject plus first form of verb plus object. Okay, but when we change into passive voice, subject, that means object of active voice becomes subject here, and helping verb am is our third form of verb, and by plus object. You can see also the examples. I make a cake. It is the sentence of active voice of simple present tense. I make a cake. When we change into passive voice, a cake become subject of passive voice. I make a cake. A cake is made by me. Okay. It's here also given present continuous tense structure and examples. So present continuous tense structure is a subject plus am is are plus a fourth form of verb plus object. But when we change into passive voice, here we add being before third form of verb. Subject plus am is are plus being, third form of verb plus by plus object. And the example of present continuous, they are planting some trees. Some trees are being planted by them. Okay, it is not necessary to write there by them, but if you want to add there, you add by and then after write them. So here you can see I have written all the sentence and structures of all the tenses, how the tenses change into passive voice and what we add. You can see when we talk about simple present tense, we add helping verb is mr, and normally you know very well subject become object and object become subject. We add helping verb and third form of verb. And in present continuous, we also here change subject into object and object into subject, and add helping verb with being and third form of verb. And present perfect tense, here you can see here we add been with have as. Okay, and we also use third form of verb. So remember, in passive voice, when we change it into passive voice, always remember that we always use third form of verb. You can see third form of verb everywhere. Okay, so remember this and learn this structure. It is so simple, it's not so hard, it is very simple if you do it by heart. Okay, so you can see now we are going on future. When we use will, okay, will and shall, so subject plus will shall plus v1. Okay, but we change into passive voice, then object becomes subject, and we add will be or shall be in third form of verb plus by plus object. You can see the examples. My parents will take me to the party. I will be taken to the party by my parents. Okay. Future perfect, no sorry, future when we use going to with in future tense. So subject plus am is are plus going to plus v1. Okay, and plus object. But when we change into passive voice, then generally object becomes subject and subject become object. Am is are plus going to be plus v3. So remember which helping verb we use in every tenses when we change into passive voice. Okay, so now we are going on next tense, future perfect and perfect modal auxiliaries. Subject plus shall will, modal auxiliary, shall will is the modal auxiliary. Please remember here we also use have plus v3. It is the structure of active voice and which is written in green pen, that is structure of passive voice. Subject plus shall will, modal auxiliaries, have plus been plus third form of verb. So students, here we can see generally subject become object and object become subject, and we always use third form of verb. So it is here we can see you have to remember changes of helping verb. Okay, and it is not so hard. When we talk about present, simple present, here we use am is are, and but when we talk about continuous, where we use am is are and being, and have has with been. But when we talk about, it is the present tense, but when we talk about the past tense, what's going on there, you can see. So you can see here in simple past tense we use helping verb was were, but when we use structure of a simple past tense in active voice, you know very well it is structure of subject plus second form of verb plus object, like I went to market. Okay, if you want to see the examples, you can see here he played cricket. Okay, it is the structure, it is the sentence of a simple past, but when we change it here, cricket has been played. So he played cricket. Cricket was played by him. It is not correct. Has been is not correct here. Here we use was. Cricket was played by him. But when we talk about simple past tense, okay. Now past continuous tense, subject plus was verb plus fourth form of ing, and when we change into passive voice, subject plus was verb plus being and v3, third form of word. Remember, always remember, subject become object and object becomes subject when we change into passive voice. If I write here subject, that means it is the subject of passive voice. Okay, not the subject of active voice. Okay, in subject of passive voice, that means object of passive active voice here become subject. Okay, remember that. So here also you can see was were plus being, and when we talk about present continuous, there is am is are plus being. Okay, now we talk about past perfect, subject plus had plus v3, but we change into passive voice. You have used here had been. Okay, here you can see I have take one example in changes into every 10 cents and changes into passive voice. You can see first simple present tense, I do my homework. When we change it to passive voice, then my homework is done by me. If you want to add by me, okay, listen. In active voice, doer is important, but in passive voice, the object is important. Okay, my homework, it is important there. Who is doing this? It is not, doer is not important in passive voice. Remember that. Okay, now present continuous, I am doing my homework. When we change into passive voice, it become my homework is being done by me. Okay, now past, simple past tense, I did my homework. My homework was done. Okay, now past continuous, I was doing my homework. My homework was being done. Present perfect, I have done my homework. My homework has been done. Okay, in present perfect, you can see I have done my homework. But when we change into passive, my homework, here has, we have put here has. You know why? Has is dependent on the subject of passive voice. My homework, as the basis of my homework, here we put has. Okay, now you can see past perfect, I had done my homework. When we change it to passive voice, my homework had been done. You know very well, I told you, we most of a year you remember that the changes of helping verbs. So students, see this and try to understand. I will send you homework, photos of homework, and you have to solve that.